Side. Mm. Okay, friends. Hi. So, as far as announcements, you guys have probably heard them already, so I won't get too into it. But not this Saturday. Next Saturday, I have my frequency offering, my breathwork offering. So it's breath and sound for 2 hours. It's an experiential journey. If you have any questions, you can ask me about it after class. And then other thing I have coming up next week on Wednesday, my 6-week series called Yoga Lab is beginning. It's 2 hours on Wednesday nights, 6:30 to 8:30, and it's just basically learning about yoga. So not just practicing and moving through the poses, but actually talking about stuff, workshopping stuff, maybe doing a little bit of partner work. So yeah, it'll be just fun, like playtime while we learn about yoga. So if you're interested, again, feel free to ask me any questions. And then other than that, are you teaching anything coming up this Tuesday? Okay. And there is the intro class on Sunday. So my teacher trainees teach an intro class that's free twice per month. So it's Sundays, 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. The second and fourth Sunday of each month. So this Sunday, there will be an intro class. So if you know anyone that's wanting to try yoga, that's a little bit intimidated by it, perhaps, this is a great class to send them to. And it's free of charge, which is the best part. So, all righty, let's go ahead and just do the thing. So comfortable seat, or as comfortable as you can get in a seat. And if you want to, you can just take a moment to wiggle a little bit, move around a little bit, feel your physical body a little bit more. Eventually, just find stillness in your seated meditation. And feeling into the length of your spine, the base all the way up to the crown. Let the muscles in your face soften and relax. Let your shoulders melt down away from your ears. Maybe feel a little more length in the sides of your neck. And start to bring more awareness to your own breath. So you might visualize your breath. You might just feel into it, the expansion and contraction. Next time you inhale, fill up as big as you can. And then when you think you are full, hold there. Take an extra little sip at the top. And then big sigh, release. Ah, good. Do that twice more. Inhale, fill up. All the way up as full as you can become. Hold. Extra sip. And then open your mouth and let it out. Ah, very nice. One more time. So biggest inhale of your entire morning. Fill up every little space inside of you. Let that breath circulate around. Extra sip, maybe even two. And then big sigh, let it go. Start to cultivate your Ujjayi breath now. So with your lips sealed, breathe deeply in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. So it's very different than a typical nostril breath. You don't hear it so much as it moves through your nostrils. You hear the breath, you feel the breath a lot as it moves through the back of your throat. So you're constricting the muscles in the back of your throat, the same ones that you constrict when you whisper or when you hum or when you gasp. And you're using those muscles to regulate your breath, to slow it down and smooth it out. So you can think of the way you pinch a balloon to let the air out slowly. That's the same thing you're doing here. You're taking these big, spacious breaths, but really slowly. You are in no rush. Every single inhale, get as full as you can. Feel your entire body expand and inflate. Every single exhale, see if you can find emptiness. So take every exhale all the way to the very bottom. You might even pause there for a split second and find what we call Uddiyana Bandha, your core lock, that connection to your center. So please feel free to just be here in your seated meditation as long as you want to. And also feel free to come back to this place at any time throughout your practice. You just want to take a moment to reconnect with yourself or just kind of recalibrate. So if you are ready to begin moving, take your breath with you and transition onto your hands and your knees, tabletop position. And then from hands and knees, start to move through some cat-cow undulations. So as you inhale, lift your heart, lift your tailbone behind you, spread through your front ribs. And as you exhale, curl in, round. You might even push the ground away. As you draw your chin towards your chest, your navel towards your spine. So go back and forth through these two movements, the flexion and extension of your spinal column. Notice whatever there is to notice and see if you can find mobility, not just in your lower and upper back, but right in the middle of your spine. See what you can feel. Take just a couple more like this. Good breathing, you guys, and start to make your way back to neutral. So just regular tabletop. Bring your knees at least hips width distance apart, maybe a little bit wider. And we're going to move into a thread the needle with our right arm. So right arm out and all the way up. Inhale here. And as you exhale, thread your right arm through. So reach, 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 and then gently rest down on the outside of your shoulder and head. If there's any way you want to work this pose or explore this pose for yourself, you're more than welcome to do so. Make sure you can feel your breath big and spacious. And especially feel your breath in your back body. So upper back, mid back, all the way down into your low back. Last couple of rounds, soft through your face and your jaw. If you do happen to have your left hand lifted, set your left hand back down. And on an inhalation, unthread your right arm. Reach it out and all the way up one more time. Exhale, right hand to the ground. And for a moment, downward facing dog. So curl your toes under and lift your knees, lift your hips. You might walk it out, pedal out your heels, shift your weight from side to side, give your head a little shake or a little knock. So feel into the strength of your hands on the ground, your fingers spread nice and wide. Feel into the lift of your center. Feel into your big, spacious breath and how it holds you and supports you from the inside. Take just one more inhalation into your down dog. And then listen as you exhale, gently bring your knees back to the ground, setting up for thread the needle with our left arm. So knees at least hips width distance apart. Take your left arm out and all the way up. Inhale here. And as you exhale, thread it through. Big, deep back body breaths. You can work it the same way you did on the other side. You can do something totally different. So see, right now, what do you feel in your body? Is there any way you could explore it, get curious about it, respond to it? You don't have to find any answers. Maybe you just find more questions, and that's fine. Take a couple more rounds here. And if you do happen to have your right hand lifted, set it back down. On an inhalation, unthread your left arm, reach it out and all the way up once more. And then left hand to the ground, downward facing dog. Once again, big, spacious breaths into your dog pose. Strong hands, strong shoulders, connected to your center. So if you can find your core in this posture, it's gonna feel like there's a lot less weight in your arms. So rather than feeling like all of your weight is coming down into your hands, can you feel that invisible rope attached to your belly button that's pulling up and tugging towards the top corner of the back wall? Feel that lift. Take one more big inhalation into your down dog. As you exhale, gaze to the top of your space, and however you'd like to get there, forward fold. Once you have arrived, spinal extension, breathe in, lengthen out. Exhale, let it go, fold. Do that once more, halfway lift. Crown reaches forward, butt reaches back. Nice, Samantha. Exhale, fold. And then this time, let's take it all the way up, rise. Inhale your arms overhead. And exhale, hands to your heart center. Flow with your breath for just a moment. Inhale, high mountain. Slow dive as you exhale all the way down into your forward fold, Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana, breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. All the way to empty, connect to your strong core and rise back up. Inhale, arms overhead. Nice, Chris. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good breathing. Take that one more time through. Inhale, high mountain. Maybe even try closing your eyes as you dive down. So feel your body moving from the inside. With your inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Get all the rounding out of your back. Exhale, fold. Nice, Maria. Press into your feet. Rise. Feel your center as you rise up. Inhale, reach. Hands to your heart. Exhale. All right, inhale, arms extend. And this time as you exhale, sit back into a chair pose, Utkatasana. So weight in your heels. See if you can pick up your toes and spread them apart. So imagine there's a chair that's just a little too far behind you. You're trying to reach your butt back towards it. Notice, did you let go through your belly as you sat your butt back? If so, draw your belly button in and up. Feel your connection to your center, almost like there's a brace around your middle. Nice, Jill. Sit a little bit deeper if you can. One last round. Awesome, Dante. And then end of your exhale, forward fold, dive down. As you breathe in, lengthen your spine, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank position, top of a push-up. So pause for just a moment, find your strength, spread your fingers and actively push the ground away. Take your little baby rocks forward and back. Belly button draws in and up. Feel your breath in your back body especially. You can come to your knees if you'd like. Next inhale, find that little rock forward. See if you can keep your elbows stacked over your wrists as you exhale, slowly lower down. Yes, so good. Awesome, Jen. Find a back bend of your choice, a heart opener of your choice. You can take as much time as you like. And then we'll meet up in a tabletop position, hands and knees. So on your hands and your knees, my friends, find your strength. Spread your fingers and push the ground away so you feel your strong arms, your strong shoulders. Draw your belly button in and up so you feel that brace around your middle, supporting your low back. And then keep all of that, right arm forward, left leg back for a spinal balance. So long, strong, powerful line from front to back. Nice, Barb. Spread through your fingers. Imagine you're reaching to shake somebody's hand. So your palm faces in, thumb faces up. Press with your back foot like you're stomping it on an invisible wall. Good, Nan. Take one more big inhale. Good, Andrea. And then exhale, elbow to knee. Slow motion like you're moving through honey. All the way to emptiness. Inhale, re-extend. Nice abs. And then again, just like that. Exhale. All the way to empty. Round your spine. Draw your belly button in and up. Inhale, re-extend. Awesome, Tracy. And then one last time, exhale, elbow to knee. Good. Inhale, reach. And then this time as you exhale, set your right hand down, pivot on your right knee so your right foot comes to the outside of your mat, and then left arm to the sky. So open up towards the windows. And if you feel like you're sticking your butt out behind you, see if you can squeeze through your outer right butt cheek and press your hips forward. So front of hips, front of heart, nice and open. Maybe your left arm reaches forward towards the front wall. Feel the length in your left side. And then only if you want to, option to bind the pose. So bend your left knee, reach back, grab your foot, and then use gentle leverage. Kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. See if you can let your heart look up towards the sky a little bit more. One last deep breath. And then slowly release back to hands and knees. From your hands and your knees, come down to your forearms. We're setting up a forearm plank. So elbows under shoulders, forearms parallel if possible, and then step your feet back to your forearm plank. So elbows no wider than your shoulders and hug in with your upper arm. So imagine there is a strap around your upper arms and it's cinching in. All right, now try not to let your elbows drift apart. Dolphin pose, walk your toes in and lift your hips up. So imagine that rope attached to your belly button. Now it's pulling straight up towards the ceiling. Get your hips as high as you can. Press your heart back as you lift your hips up. Stay right here, or option to extend your right leg to the sky. Make it strong. Use it to lift you out of your upper body. You can stay here, or if you want to take little baby hops towards forearm stand, feel free. Use your left leg as a springboard. Your right leg stays strong and powerful. Wherever you're at, last couple rounds, hug in with your upper arms. Nice, Chris. Press down through your forearms. Last big, huge inhale. And if you want to, open your mouth, sigh it out. Bring your right foot down, bring your knees down, sit back and rest for a moment. Child, embryo, or puppies. Some grounding breaths. And just quickly, if you would like a hands-off practice today, you'd rather not be touched or physically adjusted, don't take it personal. Just lift one of your hands in the air real quick so I know. Okay, thank you very much. Give yourself a couple more rounds in your child's pose, and eventually we're headed to down dog. So whenever you are ready, you can start your transition back. Just enjoy. Ujjayi breath. From your down dog, inhale, take your right leg to the sky. And then see if you can open your hip. Other right leg, Diane. So bend your knee, reach your knee out and up. Good job. Feel your outer right butt cheek squeezing to create this action. Take one more inhale here. And then as you exhale, right knee to left elbow or as close as you can come. Inhale, back up, three-legged down dog. And again, like that, exhale, right knee, right armpit. So sorry, this time right. And inhale, back up. And then last one, everybody, knee to your nose. Round your back, hollow out your belly. Step forward softly. And then rise slowly, crescent lunge. Beautiful. Nice, Abby. So legs are strong. Your legs are your foundation, your structure. So find the strength in your legs. Energetically pull your front hip back, back hip forward. A little tone in your belly, support your low back. And then puff up your heart. Maybe take your gaze up. Be intentional with your gaze. Big, deep breaths. One more inhale here. As you exhale, lean forward and bring your hands to your front thigh. Draw your belly button in and up. So feel your low back almost rounding or puffing up. So as you do that, you should really feel a connection to your strong core. Lean forward, float your back foot off the ground. So think of a long, strong, powerful line of energy from front to back. You can stay where you're at or take your right arm forward. So right arm forward, left leg back. It's like an asymmetrical warrior three. Yes, stay where you're at, or both arms reach forward, full warrior three. Good job, everybody. One last deep breath. See if you can land in crescent lunge softly, maybe. Inhale, nice, Samantha. As you exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Stay in your lunge, add a twist. So left hand down, right arm to the sky, revolve lunge. Squeeze through your inner thighs. And imagine you're pulling your right hip back. That's for you. That's for you. Imagine you're pulling your right hip back, but your right hip, or excuse me, your right knee is magnetized to your left armpit. Breathe all the way down into your low belly, low back. One last round. Use your exhale to twist. Very nice, friends. Let it go and listen. Pivot your back heel down now, warrior two. So Virabhadrasana 2, rise back up. Bend deeply into your right knee and track your right knee towards your pinky toe. Open through your heart, open through your hips. Next time you breathe in, side angle. So reach forward like you want to touch the front wall and then tip it over. Right hand towards the ground, left towards the sky, or maybe left arm forward. If you want to go for the half or the full bind, you're more than welcome to. And then please feel free to stay in side angle. Otherwise, move into your half moon. So reach your right hand forward, float your back leg up. Your right hand might have a block underneath it, could be really helpful. Hips are open, heart is open. If you want to, you could even bind the pose. Bend your left knee, reach back, grab hold of your left foot. Wherever you've chosen to be, my friends, last couple rounds of breath. If your back leg is lifted and extended, see if you can make it really strong. Press with your back foot, lift it a little higher. Take one final round wherever you're at. Then we're meeting back in a warrior two position. Possibly land softly. Awesome, Courtney. Nice, Nan. Just if needed, once you're in your warrior two, and then we'll reverse it. Reach your right arm up and slightly back. Keep that bend in your front knee. Lengthen through your right side. Breathe into your right waistline. Breathe in between your right ribs. One more big inhale. Nice, Jen. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground. Low lunge. And just step your back foot forward. Forward fold. Top of your mat. Once you have arrived, halfway lift with your inhale. Exhale, let it go. Rise all the way up. Inhale your arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Let's flow just real quick before we do all that on the other side. Inhale, high mountain. Add a little baby back bend. Exhale, cactus your arms. Pump up your heart, gaze up. Inhale, re-extend, realign. Feel neutral pelvis, neutral spine. And then as you exhale, take it all the way down into your fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, move through your vinyasa however you would like. And then see you in downward facing dog. Really good awareness, everybody. Beautiful movement. And take just a moment in your down dog. Feel the difference between right side, right leg, left leg. Push the ground away, lift your hips high. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, look to the top of your mat, step or float, forward fold. Spinal extension, breathe in. Nice trace, exhale, let it go. Root through your feet and take it all the way up. Inhale, high mountain, big full body stretch. Feel your side bodies get long. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, arms to the sky. And this time, exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards your spine. And if you can, start to reach your hands back. And this is gonna feel a little bit funky, a little bit awkward. See if you can keep your clasp and now sit back into a chair pose. So weight in your heels as you sit back. Notice if you're flaring your ribs and letting go through your belly, draw your belly button back towards your spine. Feel that little engagement of your core, that brace around your middle. See if you can pick up your toes and spread them. Feel your shoulders and your heart open. Sit a little bit deeper. One last round. Keep your hands clasped, bottom of your exhale, forward fold. Hang out here for just a moment with your hands clasped. See if you can lift your knuckles higher, maybe lift your sit bones higher. You can bend your knees as much as you need to, as much as feels good. So you might bend your knees a lot so you can relax your neck a little bit more, let your head hang, give it a little shake or a little nod, one more in-breath. Very nice. As you exhale, hands to low back, then release your clasp, let your arms hang, give them a little shaky shake. Halfway lift on an inhalation, realign. Plant your hands, feet back, plank position. Inhale at the top of your push-up, little rock forward. Strong, straight, powerful line all the way to your belly as you exhale. Inhale, grow into your back bend. Shoulders back and down away from your ears. And then just a tabletop position, hands and knees. So in your hands and your knees, or on your hands and your knees, find your strength. Spread your fingers, push the ground away. Draw your belly button in and up. Nice, man. Take your left arm forward, right leg back. So left arm, right leg. Nice, Jen. So strong, powerful line from front to back. Stabilize by using your center. Navel to spine. Already you feel that brace around your middle, even here. Take one more big inhale. And then with your exhalation, slow motion like you're moving through mud, elbow to knee underneath you. Round your spine. Inhale, re-extend, long, strong, powerful. With your breath, exhale, elbow to knee, all the way to emptiness. Nice work. Inhale, re-extend. And just like that, one more time. Exhale. Feel your strong core. Belly button pulls in and up. Inhale, re-extend. And exhale, listen, just your left hand comes down. Pivot on your left knee. So your left foot comes to the outside of your yoga mat like a little kickstand, and then right arm to the sky. If you need to, you can set your right foot down and kind of adjust through your left knee. And then from here, you can either reach your right arm forward and work the length of your right side, or if you want to, you can bind your pose. So reach back, bend your right knee, reach back, grab your foot, kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. See if you can let your heart look up just a little bit more. See if you can breathe just a little bit bigger. One last huge deep breath. Nice die, and then slow release back to your hands and your knees. And then from hands and knees, we're setting up again for a forearm plank. Hey, come down to your forearms. Deep power's the best. Step your feet back. Nice, Andrea. So in your forearm plank, check in with your arms. Elbows are no wider than shoulders. If you can, make a number 11 on the ground with your forearms. So your forearms parallel, palms face down, fingers spread wide, and especially try to press into thumbs and index fingers. If you want to modify, you can make a tripod with your hands instead. Try not to let your elbows drift apart. Dolphin pose, start to crawl your toes in and lift your hips up. So hips one day, stack over your shoulders, get them as high as you can. And as your hips lift, your heart presses back. Keep hugging your elbows in. Don't let them drift apart. Stay where you're at, or take your left leg to the sky. You can use your left leg to lift you up out of your upper body, so make it strong and powerful. If you want to take little hops, go for it. Last couple breaths. Right leg is your springboard. Your left leg stays strong and powerful as it floats in space. Good job. One last round if you want. Open mouth sigh. And then let it all go. Right foot down, or excuse me, left foot down, knees down. Any resting pose of your choice. And then in your next couple breaths, downward facing dog. Okie dokie. From your down dog, inhale your left leg to the sky. And peel your hip open, bend your knee, reach it out and up. Nice, Barb. Squeeze your outer left butt cheek to make this action happen. So it's called your medial glute. See if you can feel your left foot in space. Make it active. Take one more inhale. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, or as close as you can come to that little twist. Inhale, back up. See if you can open your hip. Articulate through your hip joint. Exhale, left to left. Aim for your armpit nice and high. Yes. Inhale, back up. And then last one, knee to your nose. Round your spine. Push the ground away and then step through softly. Rise slowly into your crescent lunge. Beautiful. Nice poses, you guys. Strong through your legs. So front hip draws back hip draws forward. Little tone in your low belly, supports your low back. Feel the length in your side bodies as you reach up. Feel into your fingertips. Be intentional with your gaze. Big deep breaths. Nice, Marriott. Take one more big inhale. With your exhale, hinge forward, bring your hands to your front thigh. And draw your belly button in and up. Keep your hips square. Stay connected to your center. Lean forward. Float your back foot off the ground. So think of a long, powerful line from the crown of your head back to your heel. Press with your back foot. Your hips are square. Your inner thighs face each other. Stay here, or left arm forward. So left arm forward, right leg back. Strong from front to back, from fingertips to toes. Stay here, or both arms forward, full warrior three. Take at least one full breath in your fullest expression. And then we're coming back to a crescent lunge. Maybe land softly. Nice, Liz. Good job. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. And add a twist. So right hand on the ground or a block, left arm to the sky. Beautiful. Stay strong through your legs. So your back knee could always come down to modify. But if your back knee is lifted, then your back leg is powerful. It's almost like the power of the pose is coming from your back toes, moving through your back leg, and then connecting right at your center. Breathe down into your belly and use your exhale to twist a little further. Last round. Very nice. Let it go. Warrior two. So pivot your back heel down, rise up. Virabhadrasana 2. Bend your front knee and track it towards your pinky toe. Tone your belly. So if it feels like you're flaring your ribs forward, navel to spine, find that brace around your middle. Next inhalation, side angle. So reach forward, reach. When you can't reach anymore, just tip it over. So left elbow to left thigh or left hand to the ground. Right arm can reach up or forward. You could also go for the half or the full bind if you'd like. Give it a couple more breaths. You can stay in side angle, or balancing half moon is where we're headed. So if you want to, left hand reaches forward. Great place to use a block if you've got one. Right leg floats up. Press with your back foot like you're stomping it on an invisible wall. Heart open, hips open. Nice, Chris. Good job. If you want to take the bind, go for it. Wherever you've chosen to be, couple more breaths. Nice, Jill. Good, everyone. One last big inhale. And then see if you can land with your exhale back in a warrior two. And then take a moment to adjust if you need. Settle in. Reverse warrior. Reach up, reach back. Nice, Sue. Lengthen through your left side. Breathe into your left waistline. Breathe in between your left ribs. Bend deeply into your front knee. Take one more inhale. Reach through your fingertips. And then exhale, cartwheel your arms to the ground. Low lunge position. Step your back foot forward, forward fold. Final extension on an in-breath. And then exhale, fold. Listen. Heel toe your feet out wide to the width of your yoga mat. And your toes can even come off of your mat. Low squat, malasana. So elbows to inner knees or inner thighs, hands to heart center. If at all possible, keep your heels on the ground. And then send your breath all the way down into your pelvis. Soften through your facial muscles. Soften through your outer shell. Take about 2 or 3 more big, deep breaths. All right, my friends, bottom of your next exhalation, fingertips to the ground, lift your hips to the sky. Heel toe your feet in however you prefer them, hips width distance or big toes touch. Inhale, halfway lift, realign once again. And exhale, fold. Root through your feet and rise all the way up, arms to the sky. And then listen, exhale, hands to your hips. All right, with your hands on your hips, your right foot will stay where it's at. Step your left foot back a foot or so, coming into a pyramid stance. So for me, I like my feet on 2 train tracks, all 10 toes face forward. Traditionally, feet are on a balance beam, back foot at a little angle. So what feels best to you, try to find that for yourself, and then find your square hips. Right hip draws back, left hip draws forward. Take your arms to the sky. Take an inhale as you reach up high. And then as you exhale, twist left arm forward, right arm back. Squeeze through your inner thighs and try to pull your right hip back. Breathe down into your belly and twist with every exhale. If you want an extra little balance challenge, see if you can gaze back over your right shoulder behind you. Take one last round to work your twist. And then try not to change your legs. Inhale, unwind your upper body, arms reach. As you exhale, slow dive down. Pull your right butt cheek back as you take your dive. Then eventually fold over your front leg. You can bring your hands to blocks, to the ground, to your front shin, or even to your hips. Keep pulling your right butt cheek up, 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 and try to press the top of your right thigh back, 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 back. Every exhalation, that is your invitation to dive just a little bit deeper from the inside. Be here for about 3, 4 more breaths. All the way to empty with each exhale. Work your full last round. Bottom of your exhale. Walk your hands forward, float your back leg to the sky. So you're in a standing split. Right foot roots down, left leg lifts up. Keep your neck relaxed, your head heavy. Keep your left toes, the ones that are in the air, keep them really active so you can feel them. One more inhale here. And then as you exhale, Shiva squat. Left knee tucks into the back of your right knee. Both knees bend, get small and compact. Inhale, re-extend. If you want to play, you can take a little handstand hop. And as you exhale, Shiva squat. Inhale, re-extend, or little hop. And then one last time, Shiva squat. This time, inhale, re-extend. And as you exhale, step your left foot to the very back of your yoga mat. So you're in a low lunge position. From your low lunge, bring your hands to the inside of your right foot. Walk your right foot out nice and wide to the width of your mat or even off of your mat. You guys, most of you know your options. So you can bring back knee down, let your hips melt down as your heart lifts. Or you can do the opposite, lift your hips up, heart melts down. Or cat grabs its tail. Or if there's anywhere else you want to go, please feel free. We'll be here for about 5 rounds. So just breathe into your hips all the way to empty with each exhale. Nice dive. All right, last couple. Nice job, Barb. Wherever you are at, my friends, bring your hands to the ground under your shoulders. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. And then just work your right leg back so you'll be in a plank position. From your plank position, we're moving into a side plank. Right hand is your foundation. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot. If you want to modify, you can come down to your right forearm or your right knee could come down. Lift through your hips. Maybe left arm reaches forward. Maybe left leg floats up. Good. So feel the strength in your right side abdominals, your oblique muscles. One more huge full body breath. And then slowly plank or modified. Inhale at the top of your push-up. Find your strength first. Exhale, one strong straight line, lower to your belly. We're going to stay low. Baby cobra, lift your heart using back strength rather than arm strength. And then lift your hands, reach your hands back. Lift your feet, reach your feet back. Hug in with your inner thighs and imagine you're trying to rotate your inner thighs in and up. Yes. Good job, everybody. Feel the strength in your mid and your upper back and use it to lift your heart a little bit higher. Send your breath down into your belly. One more inhale, float higher. And then exhale, let it go. You can rest for a moment. Maybe give your hips a little rock from side to side, or even windshield wiper your shins. And then as you are ready, downward facing dog is where we're headed. Ujjayi breath. All right, inhale your right leg to the sky. Feel your hip open. Choose to stay here, or option to flip your dog. Right foot comes down behind you. Reach your right arm forward. Open through your heart and your front body. Nice, Chris. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Take one more inhale if you're in the back bend. And then exhale, bring it back, three-legged down dog. Extend your right leg high, everybody. Breathe in here as you lengthen out. And then exhale, step your right foot to the top of your space. You're in a low lunge. All right, from your low lunge, we're coming back into a standing splits. So left leg lifts. And then from standing splits, back into Shiva squat. So left knee to the back of right knee. Now this is where we'll pause. See if you can reach up with your right hand and grab hold of your left foot. So right hand to left foot. Once you've got that, here's your next step. Root down into your right foot firmly and see if you can start to stand all the way up, holding onto your left foot. Once you are standing, we're working twisted dancer pose. Maybe reach your left arm up, maybe hinge at your hips, keep your heart lifted, keep hugging in with your inner thighs, active through your left toes. Yes, so good. If you're falling in and out, that's okay. Be playful, meet yourself right there. Take one last deep breath. Now listen carefully. If possible, stay balanced, standing staff. So release your left foot, bring your left knee in front of your body, arms to the sky. Great big inhale here. Maybe extend your left leg forward. As you exhale, set your left foot down. Take your dive down, forward fold. Good job, you guys. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, move through your vinyasa however you'd like. And up in child's pose or downward facing dogs for a few breaths. Notice the difference between right side, left side, right leg, left leg, right shoulder, left shoulder. So just feel your body, every little space. Feel your breath flowing through. All right, if you're not already there, downward facing dog. Take a great big inhalation into your down dog. And then as you exhale, look forward, step or float, top of your space. Lift halfway as you breathe in. And exhale, bow, let it go. Take it all the way up, arms extend, inhale. And then listen, exhale, hands to your hips again. So with your hands on your hips, this time left foot stays where it's at, right foot steps back a foot or two. So depends how long your legs are. You want both feet flat on the ground. And again, you choose. I like my feet on 2 train tracks. Traditionally, it's a balance beam. Whatever helps you get your hips square. And then take your arms to the sky. So left hip draws back, right hip draws forward. Take one more inhale. See if you can lengthen through your side bodies a little more. And then exhale, twist towards the windows. Right arm forward, left arm back. Try to stay rooted through the inner edge of your front foot. Pull your left hip back and your right hip forward as you squeeze your inner thighs. Keep your spine really long. Feel your connection to your center and use it to help you twist. Maybe even gaze over your back shoulder. Pick one last round. Keep your legs the same. Inhale, unwind your upper body, reach up. Pull your left hip back and take your dive down. So left hip is pulling back as you reach your heart forward. And then release, folding over your front leg. Hands can come to the ground or to blocks or to your shin or to your hips. Keep working your left butt cheek up and back. Try to press back through the top of your left thigh, engaging through your quad muscle. So your quad muscle engages the front of your thigh to stretch your hamstring, the back of your thigh. Big deep breaths, couple more. And then end of your next exhalation, nice Courtney. Walk your hands forward, float your right leg to the sky, standing splits. So left foot is your base this time. Right leg is lifted. Make your right toes active. Try to spread them apart. Try to wiggle them around. One more inhale in your standing splits, lengthen. And then as you exhale, Shiva squat, right knee to the back of left. Both knees bend, get small. Inhale, re-extend. If you want, little handstand hop. Exhale, Shiva squat. And again like that. Inhale, extend or little hoppy. Exhale, squat it out. Last one. Inhale, reach your right leg. And then step your right foot all the way back. You're in a low lunge position. Once you're in your low lunge position, hands to the inside of your left foot. Walk your left foot out nice and wide to the width of your mat, or even onto the hardwood floor. You choose where you want to go on this side. So right knee down, hips melt down, heart lifts. Or you can do the opposite, hips lift, heart melts. You play with cat grabs its tail. Anywhere else you'd like to go. Does not necessarily have to be exactly what you did on the other side. Use your big deep breath. Last couple, exhale out your mouth if you'd like. Really good, nice variations, you guys, and good awareness. Wherever you're at, start to find your way back up to your hands if you're not there already. And then lift your back knee up. Work your left foot back so you're in a plank position. And then from your plank, moving into a side plank. So left hand is your base. Roll onto the baby toe edge of left foot. You could come down to your left forearm or your left knee if you want to modify. Otherwise, lift your hips really, really high. Yes, maybe right arm reaches forward. Maybe right leg floats up. Yes, so good. Your personal fullest expression. One last round. And then slowly back to a plank position. Inhale at the top of your push-up. Slowly lower to your belly, strong straight line. Exhale. Inhale, baby cobra, staying low. Lift your hands, reach them back. Lift your toes, reach them back. Stay here, locust pose, or options. You can interlace your fingers or even go for full floor bow. Bend your knees, grab hold of your feet or your ankles. Once you've got them, gentle leverage, kick feet into hands, pull hands back into feet, hug in with your inner thighs. Everybody hug in with your inner thighs to stay out of your low back. So good. Active through your toes, spread them apart. Breathe down into your belly. Use your last big in-breath to float a little bit higher. And then with your exhalation, let it go. Take a moment just resting. Maybe you give your hips a little rock side to side. Maybe you windshield wiper your shins side to side. Yeah, and then in your next few rounds, Downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath, just a little bit longer. Inhale your left leg back and up. Peel your left hip open. Please stay here if you want to. Otherwise, flip your dog. Left foot comes down. Reach your left arm forward. Open through your front body. So breathe all the way down into your belly. Take one more inhale here in your back bend. And then everybody, three-legged down dog. Extend your left leg high. Inhale as you lengthen. And then exhale, step your left foot forward, low lunge. From low lunge, going into your standing splits once again. So left foot roots down, right leg floats up. We won't be here long. From standing splits, we're coming into a Shiva squat. So right knee tucks into the back of your left knee, both knees bend. Now, see if you can take your left hand, reach it up, grab hold of your right foot behind you. Once you've got it, slowly start to rise. So press into your left foot, rise up. Once you are standing, left shoulder rolls back and down, right arm reaches up. Start to hinge at your left hip as you kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Do your best to keep your shoulders and your chest square. For me, that's the hardest part. Hug in with your inner thighs. Make sure your breath is still there, big and spacious. Last couple. And we're gonna try to stay balanced on our left foot. Come into standing staff pose, slow motion. So left foot is rooting down, arms to the sky, lift your right knee in front of your body. Navel to spine. If you want, extend your right leg forward, try not to lean back. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, set your right foot down. Dive down, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant your hands, feet back, move through your vinyasa however you would like. See you in downward facing dog. All right, from your down dog, inhale right leg to the sky. And then exhale right shin to the top of your space, pigeon pose. Bring your body down gently. If you would rather take this in a seat or on your back, it will serve you better there, you're welcome to do so. Otherwise, set yourself up with intention, attention. And use your big deep breaths to settle. Open your mouth anytime and take a great big sigh. If you can be here for about 4 or 5 more rounds. Last couple. Exhale out your mouth if you'd like. All right, friends, start to lift your upper body. If you're in regular pigeon, come with me. Otherwise, you can meet us in a 3-legged tabletop. So from pigeon, you'll curl your back toes under and kind of scoot your back knee forward. Then unthread your right leg, take it back behind you, give it a nice little shaky shake. Shake it out. After a few shakes, bend your right knee, heel towards your glute. So imagine you're squeezing an invisible rolled up washcloth behind your knee. Flex your toes, keep all of that, and start to draw big circles with your knee. So as big as you can make them, and every other part of your body stays very still. Keep your arms strong. Spread your fingers, push through your fingertips, reverse your circles. Good. And then finally, just extend your right leg straight back. Take your right toes off the left edge of your mat, push them into the ground. Kind of sway your hips to the right and gaze back over left shoulder. Find length in your long right side and breathe into it. Sometimes I like to bend my elbows or even come down to one of my forearms or kind of round my back. So what can you feel in your body? One last deep breath. Good, Barb, and then come back tabletop. Take it back to your downward facing dog. If you want to, you can reset with a quick vinyasa. So just come forward to a high plank, lower down. Ujjayi breath. Peace, sweetie, good job. Inhale your left leg to the sky. And pigeon pose, left shin to the top of your mat. Bring your body down nice and easy. And again, if you want to take this on your back or a seated variation, choice is always yours. Nice, man. Set yourself up with just as much intention and attention as you did on the other side. And breath by breath, settle in. So you can be here for about 4 or 5 more. Out your mouth at any time. All right, last couple rounds here. And then slowly start to lift your upper body. 3-legged tabletop is where we're headed. So plant your hands, scoot your back knee forward so your hips lift up. And then take your left leg back, give that nice little shaky shake. After a few shakes, bend your knee, squeeze your invisible rolled up washcloth to the back of your knee, flexion through your toes, take your circles. So try to keep squeezing and wringing out your washcloth. Try to keep your toes flexed and active. Everything else stays really still as you circle. And then reverse. Feel your outer left glute engaging as you circle your knee. Left leg extends straight back. Take your left toes off the right edge of your mat. Sway your hips to the left, gaze back over your right shoulder. So breathe into your long left side. Maybe bend one or both elbows, maybe round a little bit. Whatever feels good or interesting or curious to you on this side. Last breath. And then back to a tabletop. One final downward facing dog. Walk out your dog. Or if you want, one final vinyasa. Come forward into a plank. Move through one last vinyasa. And then everybody with your next inhalation, rock forward high plank or modified plank. Exhale all the way to your belly and stay there. We're going to take shoulder pigeon with our right arm. So turn your head to your left, reach your right arm straight out to the right, palm facing the ground, and then roll up onto your right side. Your left foot can come down behind you, or your left foot could come down in front of you, or you could keep your legs in a fetal position to take care of your low back. You could take your left arm up and back, like you're trying to get the backs of your hands to touch. You could also just wrap your left forearm across your low back. If there's any other variation you want to play with, go for it. And try to take big, spacious breaths. Notice where you tense up, where you tighten up. And just by sending your breath into those spaces, see if anything shifts. All right, bottom of your next exhale, friends. Let it go. And roll back onto your belly. Turn your head to your right side for a moment and do whatever feels good with your arms. Maybe a little shimmy of your hips or windshield wiper your shins for a moment. And then listen. You're going to take your right leg. You're going to slide it on the ground, bending your right knee is bent on the ground. Listen. Lift your chest just enough to thread your left arm underneath you and put it on your right knee. And you're going to lay back down, reach your right arm up and back. So you're opening up into a supine spinal twist, just a very different way of getting here. And if your right arm is hovering, floating in space, and it feels like it's falling asleep, then maybe you bend your elbow, bring your fingertips to your right shoulder and reach your elbow back. You can adjust if you need to. Breathe all the way down to your low belly and your low back. Soft face. Soft outer shell. Take one last round. And then we'll rewind just all the way back onto our belly. So go ahead and just start to find your way back onto your belly. And once again, you might take a moment, kind of shimmy your hips, rock them side to side. And then when you're ready, friends, no rush. We're moving into shoulder pigeon with our left arm out to the left. Turn your head to the right. Roll up onto your left side. If you want more, you can cactus your left arm, goalpost your left arm on the ground. Now we'll take this stretch even into your chest, your pectoral muscle. If you want less, you could either not push yourself up so far onto your left side, keep it a little more shallow, or you could keep your left hand a little lower. So not quite even with your shoulder, but a little bit just below your shoulder. And then big, spacious breaths. And try to relax your head either on the ground or on a prop. And notice if there's anywhere your breath kind of gets caught, and explore that. If there's any way you can adjust so that your breath can flow freely and fluidly. Take about 3 more. And then I'll just leave it up to you. So when you feel pretty even on both sides, come back to center and just take a moment. Whatever feels good with your arms, whatever feels good with your head, turn it whichever direction you'd like. You could just kind of rock your hips or windshield wiper your shins, breathe down into your low back. Good, and then set your shins down. Keep your left knee on the ground, but slide it up towards the front of the room. So left knee towards your left elbow if you've got your arms in a cactus position. And then lift your chest just enough to thread your right arm underneath you, right hand to your left knee. And then left arm reaches up and back. So your heart starts to look up at the sky. And you can kind of adjust if you need to. Scoot your hips around. Your right hand does not have to stay on your left knee. It can if you want it to. And if your left arm is just hovering, you might bend your elbow fingertips to your shoulder and reach back through your elbow instead. And then big, spacious breaths. All the way to empty with each exhale. Nice job, everybody. And then from this place, we're just going to roll all the way over onto our back this time. So whenever you're ready, you feel pretty even with your twist, just take it all the way over onto your back, and you might have to kind of scoot yourself back to the center of your mat. Hug your knees in once you get there and just take a nice little rock from side to side. Set yourself up for one last heart opener. So I am going to cue for bridge pose, but if there's any other heart opener that you'd rather take, please feel free. So if you're coming with me for bridge, arms down by your sides, feet on the ground, knees bent, feet about hips width distance apart, all of your toes face forward. Exhale, pull your belly button down, scoop your tailbone up, and then as you inhale, peel your spine off your yoga mat. Come into your bridge. When you get to the top of it, you can kind of shimmy your shoulders underneath you. You could interlace your fingers underneath you. You could take robot arms. If you want to move into a full back bend, go for it. See if you can be in your heart opener for about 4 or 5 more rounds of breath. If you're in bridge, hug in with your inner thighs like you're holding an invisible yoga block. Press down through your heels and the inner edges of your feet especially. You should be able to, in bridge, pick up your toes and spread them. So it's not in your toes. And imagine you're trying to reach your knees and your shins towards the back wall. Front body is lengthening. Breathe into that space. And I'm just going to ask you in your next couple rounds to mindfully find your way back down to a neutral spine. No hurry. And once you're in neutral spine, windshield wipers. Knees nice, or excuse me, feet nice and wide. Take your knees from side to side. You could tee out your arms, cactus your arms. After a few rounds of windshield wipers, perhaps constructive rest pose would feel good with your feet wide. Let your knees fall in. This just creates a little space in your low back and your pelvic bowl. From constructive rest pose, any finishing poses of your choice. So happy baby, maybe one last tiny little ball, hug your knees in, give them a squeeze. Maybe a big full body stretch. So anything else your body is wanting, needing, or even if you just want to get curious about it. And then eventually start your own transition into your final relaxation. As you get there, I will read to you. This is a reading by, I don't know if I'm saying the name right, but Ibn Arabi. I am calling to you from afar, calling to you since the very beginning of days, calling to you across millennia for eons of time, calling since always. It is part of your being, my voice, but it comes to you faintly, and you only hear it sometimes. I don't know, you may say, but somewhere you know. I can't hear, you may say. What is it and where? But somewhere you hear, and deep down you know. For I am that in you which has always been, and I am that in you which will never end. These last few moments, just feel into that place deep inside of you where you do know. Deep down, you know. Just give yourself these last few moments to be in your body. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And start to come back to your physical body, wiggle fingers, toes, any other movements that would feel good. Maybe rubbing your hands together, even the soles of your feet. You have a lot of nerve endings there. Just kind of reach up. And then when you're ready, ease your way to a fetal position on either side. And just be there for a moment. And staying as relaxed through your body as possible. Use your arms to guide yourself up into seated meditation. So right back where we started, facing towards the front of your mat in front of our space. And just gather your hands to your own heart, either prayer, one palm stacked on top of the other. We'll close this practice together with one big collective Om. So please join me. If it feels uncomfortable, just let it feel uncomfortable and use your voice, express. So start by exhaling, emptying out, clear your throat if you need. And breathe in your voice, fill up with it. Om. Thank you so much for being here, showing up, letting me guide you. The light in me sees and reflects the light in you. Namaste. Yay. Thanks, friends. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Come back soon. You're all good.